So I said, oh, you should have thought about that before you blocked me. You're bad. And no, like, and then I asked him, like, what's his thoughts about 50-50? Because y'all know I don't play that mess. What's 50-50? I don't know what that is. What, Ariella? What is going on, baby Fred? Do you need to go to the hospital? And this is how you're basing your thought process? I like that. Thought process? What? You can't politic with me. Hey you guys, it's your girl Ariella and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you guys a little vloggy vlog. So it's been a while since I pulled out my camera. I just really been intentional about healing, but I have been so bored, you guys. I've been absolutely bored out of my mind because I haven't been going anywhere, and every time I think about going somewhere, here come Kedra. You're not going anywhere. You know, she'll call me, be on the phone, and like I needed to go to the grocery store the other day, and she was like, no, what do you need? I'm going to send you your order. So she makes sure that I definitely stay in the house with the help of my mom, you know. So yeah. So y'all, a lot has been going on. Even though I've been home, a lot has been going on with said home. And y'all have to excuse the collar, but my water has been working on and off. And so the other day I got up to turn on the water, and when I went to turn it on, it didn't turn on. And so it started back working again. But then here comes Saturday and it stopped working. Now today is Monday. It's actually 4:10. It's 4:10 in the morning. You guys can't see, but there you go. It's 4:10 in the morning, and my sleeping schedule is just all the way off. I haven't been sleeping good at all. I sleep during the day only for a couple of hours. Like, I'll sleep for 3 hours and then wake up for about an hour and then go to sleep for 3. And then by the time 12 o'clock in the morning comes, I'm up and don't go to sleep until about 8-9 o'clock in the morning. And so my sleeping schedule is just crazy. With that being said, I haven't been able to wash dishes for the past 3 days. And so I'm trying to limit how many dishes I use. But the issue is the apartment that's behind me, they're fixing that apartment, and whatever they're doing, it's like the water will turn on for 2 days and it'd be fine, and then it'd be off, and then I tell them, and then they fix it. They didn't fix it. I told them this weekend, but it's the weekend. They mysteriously, you know, don't answer phones and don't see text messages on the weekend. And on top of that, Super Bowl weekend. So whatever. But so yeah. But I don't want to get on here to complain, because it's just, I'm already feeling like down, and I'm in my head a lot. I've been in my head a lot for these last couple of days, just about everything. And I'm like, I'm not an emotional person at all. I'm very funny, very live in the moment type of person, kind of just like whatever happens happens. I'm not stressed about anything. Like, that's how I live my life. And just like for the last week, 2 weeks, like, I just been so emotional about everything, and I'm in my head about everything, trying to like figure stuff out. And that's new territory for me, because I've never been that person. Like, y'all see me in the vlogs, like, I just be like, I don't be having no care in the world. Like, I just don't be caring. But I know these last couple of days, or this last week, I just been really in my head, in my feelings, and yeah. But we're getting ready to eat some cereal. I'm starving, you guys. And so I'm going to make some cereal. I have some Frosted Flakes. I put ice in my cereal to keep it nice, cold, and crunchy. And then I think I'm going to do some cleaning up. As far as feeling, my stomach is very sore. Like, it's still so sore. Only certain parts though, it's very sore. And sometimes it's really hard for me to get comfortable. So yeah. But yeah, let's make this cereal. We're gonna eat the cereal, and then we're gonna do some cleaning up as much as I possibly can without having water, because I won't be able to mop and I can't wash dishes. So let's go. Okay guys, so let me update y'all on some stuff that has been going on. I get an email from my job basically saying, we know that you accepted another offer somewhere. Are you sending in your resignation? And I was so confused because I said, aren't you, like, you, oh, I didn't say it like this, but in layman terms, I basically said, you guys are firing me. Me looking for another job wasn't on my agenda. You guys told me that you could no longer, that you guys extended as much as you possibly can, you know, concerning my situation. And you said it multiple times when we had our meetings. And so from my understanding, you guys were firing me. Was I supposed to just sit around and not look for a job when I have a livelihood? I'm not on payroll. You guys never even came back and said, well, you know, let's, you know, they did say they needed to go back and talk about it, but it was more so pertaining to, well, from my understanding, it was more so pertaining to how they were going to go about with us parting ways. Hold on, y'all. I don't want my cereal to get soggy. I don't like no soggy cereal. Okay, my bad, y'all. So yeah, I was like, you know, we had the meeting, I think we met 2 or 3 times, and that was the end all be all of the phone conversation. It never once was, we want you to stay on. You know, it was never that. So I was so confused by the email, and you know, I did state my grievances, and you know, basically in a very professional way. And I'm very grateful for the support that they have extended. They extended the support since October. I've been going through this, you know, for a long time, and I'm very grateful. But at the same time, you guys told me that this was the end. So why am I sending you over a resignation letter to end employment when that wasn't the case? So yeah, so that's a little frustrating. And I haven't received an email back from them, so I don't know. I really don't know where that stands, to be honest. But I do know that my new job starts March 5th. I have my 2-week appointment for my doctor on the 13th, which is coming up. Thursday. No. Thursday? No. It's coming up Thursday. Which I'm really excited about because I have some questions that I need answered. What else? I told you guys about my water. And I think I wrote another letter to myself because I was in my car when I went to go get it washed, and I saw this letter in there, and I'm like, either that's the letter I wrote to myself and I don't remember, or that's the letter from 2 years ago that was in my car. So I gotta go look at that. So I'm gonna probably go downstairs and look at that. I've also been walking, so maybe I'll take you guys on a walk. I haven't been doing too much, just doing a little walking, just a little. Because if I don't, I need some type of sunlight, y'all. I need some type of sunlight because I just can't. And what else? That's pretty much it. I'm not doing anything for Valentine's Day. Nobody asked me to be their Valentine, which is expected because I don't talk to anybody. So that's that's what? Understandable. And then 2 guys that I used to talk to reached out to me. One reached out to me. I think he watches my vlog channel. So if you watch my vlog channel, text me. No, don't text me. Don't text me. Nah, but he's cool. I actually stopped talking. Well, I always stop talking to. Not always. I got stories. I'm sorry, but I stopped talking to him because I wanted more than what he wanted. So I just ended the us communicating. But he checked on me, asked me like, did I have my surgery? And it's just the way he went about it for me to. What, Ariella? What is going on, baby girl? Do you need to go to the hospital? Are you having a seizure? What was I saying? Oh, it's the way that he texted me that made me think that he probably saw my video. But anywho, he just checked to see if I had the surgery, and I did. Actually, 3 people actually reached out to me that I used to talk to. The older guy. Did I ever tell y'all about the older fine guy? Oh, you know what? I don't think I told y'all. I told TikTok. Y'all, I used to talk to this older fine guy. Oh my God, that man is beautiful. But I stopped talking to him because he had just got divorced, and he still was trying to figure out his life, and yeah, I'm gonna keep it cute and keep it on mute, babes. So yeah, I stopped talking to him, but he's a great guy. But he reached out to me and was like asking me if I was okay, did I have my surgery, do I need anything, I want to be here for you type of ordeal. And I was like, no, it's okay. And then this last guy who reached out to me, y'all, did I tell? No, I told TikTok. I don't really be telling y'all I don't really tell y'all the tea. I be telling TikTok. But this last guy that reached out to me, y'all, he asked me for money one day. It was like so random. He was just like, oh, I was gonna ask you for $20 to put gas in my car. And here's the thing, like, I don't mind helping people, because when I need help, I have people to help me. But it just really threw me off. Like, it just didn't sit right in my spirit. Like, it's just something about it that just didn't sit right in my spirit. It was just something so off about how he asked me. And to be honest, when I was telling my homeboy about it, he was like, yeah, he was really trying to test you to see what type of woman you was, like if he can get off on you. So I've always been really like careful when I like start talking to somebody, telling them what I do, because I never know, you know, their motives. So I always find like little ways to kind of talk about what I do without giving too much. But this particular guy, I actually told him what I do. We started talking about finances. We had like a grown conversation. We had like a grown conversation, but he said something in the conversation that was kind of like, he was like, oh, you will always make more than me. Huh? He was like, yeah, you'll always make more than me. And then I asked him, like, what's his thoughts about 50-50? Because y'all know I don't play that mess. What's 50-50? I don't know what that is. And this is, and when I speak like this, y'all, I be speaking from experience, y'all. Like, when I was married, it wasn't until the end of the marriage, when I got my ex-husband a job, that he then started stepping up, you know, to the plate and paying the rent. And then I took care of everything else, and then he also chipped in for groceries. But y'all, like, when I be saying this stuff, because sometimes I know I can come off a little like snippy, but it's just because I just be funny. But I really be coming from experience. Like, I'm that girl, like, that would give my man my card, like my card. If we were going out and I was footing the bill, I would still give my man my card to like swipe the card. I remember, and y'all, this is not to bash anybody, but we just talking. I remember like going out to restaurants, and we were going with other people, and I knew I had to foot the bill, so I would slip my, like, I would not even slip, I would give him my card before we even got to the restaurant so he can pay, or I would transfer the money into the account so that he can pay. Like, I never want my man to feel demasculated, or, you know, make him seem like I'm better than. I don't play that. My man is my man, regardless of financial status, regardless of anything. Like, I still, you know, let my man know that he's well respected over here. Okay? And so when I'm speaking and saying like I would never do 50-50, that's because I've came from that. I experienced that, and I know what that looks like. And there is no, and I truly believe this. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that a man that is able to financially foot the bill when it comes to the majority of their relationship, they would gladly do it. I think men that talk about 50-50 or talk about women contributing, they aren't financially stable. They don't have the financial means. You got to think about it. A lot of these men have children. They have multiple children. They have to pay child support. They're working, you know, these 9-to-5 jobs, not bringing in as much as they want to bring in. That's why having multiple streams of income is very important. But not bringing in much, and then they have to pay, you know, bills at all these different households, and then on top of that still provide for themselves. So I can understand the thought process of being in a relationship and you have to go 50-50 with your man if he has children in different households. Not to mention if you guys have children in your household. Like, I can definitely understand the concept of it, but just for me and what I experienced, I will never do that again. The man that I was married to did not have children, and we didn't have any financial obligations outside of our house. But unfortunately, I was the one at the time that was working, you know, full time. And yeah, I'll leave that there. So I saw this post that said, could you still be happy with a man that don't make any money? And I saw that post many of times, and I always wanted to comment, no, because he's not even happy with himself. You cannot be happy in a relationship when a man or even a woman is not happy within themselves. When a man is financially struggling, there is no happiness, because within himself, he's struggling with the fact that he can't even provide for himself. Now, you do have some men that's tricks. Okay? And they love to live off of women, and that's just what that is. But a man, a manly man, he's not okay with that. That's why a lot of men be going in depression. And they be to themselves because they're not happy with themselves. Where they see themselves at, what's in them, what needs to be birthed out, it's not coming to fruition, and they are not happy campers. So no, you can't be happy with a man that ain't making no money, because he ain't happy with his damn self. And so I'm like, who's asking these questions? That's why I don't like to talk to men that allow social media and these podcasts to determine how they feel about women. What are your own personal experiences? Like, I was talking to this guy, just having like a friendly conversation, and he was just like, yeah, but most women like men with, and I said, is that your personal experience? I really don't think people look at their life. Like, who's coming to you? You're looking at these women on social media that's living a different type of lifestyle, a lifestyle that you have never seen. Talk about the women that's in your community. The women that's in your community. 9 times, I have this system. I have this system called the Honor 5 system. Honor God, honor yourself, honor those that look up to you, honor your community, and then honor those that you look up to, right? Honor your community. 9 times, is my camera on there? Oh no. 9 times out of 10, when you look around at your community, okay, these are people that you have so much in common with in so many different ways. You put yourself around, it just shows the type of person that you are. Like your everyday, not the people that you look up to, that you inspire to be or inspire to get knowledge from, but no, the people that you are around. The people that you are around. And these women that you see on social media, they're not around you. They're not in your community. These men that you see on social media that that you are so in love with, they're not in your community. You ain't never seen a woman like that before. You ain't never seen a man like that before. Maybe in who you look up to, but in your community. So the women that's in your community, they not coming at you like that, are they? Huh? You mean to tell me this 9 to 5 man that you're in your community, you have these social media models in your everyday community? No, you have 9 to 5 women in your community that's trying to live just like you're trying to live, that's making ends meet just how you're trying to make ends meet. Like, don't come to me talking about social media and podcasts and that's how you perceive women, because then you lost me. I will never base how I perceive men on no podcast, on no social media. What? Me and my community? I have great men around me that take care of their kids, that step up to the plate and pay bills. I have men around me that are great husbands, that are great fathers. I have men around me that don't degrade women. I have women around me that's not in it for the money. I have women around me that are very knowledgeable, very educated, very pretty. Like, that's who in my community. I'm not even talking about the people that I look up to, but the people in my community have great jobs, have careers. So the moment a man start talking about what they see on social media and that becomes their perspective, that becomes their think piece, you got to go. What? Are you basing your life off of social media? Women and men that you will never come in contact with, they will never be in your community. They will never be your friends. And this is how you're basing your thought process? I like that. Thought process? What? You can't politic with me and you think like that? Oh no. But anywho, so the guy, he called me, y'all, 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know the number. They called me back to back. So I'm thinking it's important. I pick up the phone and I'm like, hello? You know, who is this? And is everything okay? So he finally tell me, first he wanted to go back and forth. Sir, I still don't know you. So then he finally tells me his name and I was like, oh, didn't you block me? Oh, didn't you block me? Oh, because I forgot. Y'all, I'm all over the place. So basically when he asked me for the money, I said, yo, like this, you're making me uncomfortable. This is taking me off guard. Because again, the way I just felt like he was, just how he came off, the conversation that we had prior before, and then for him to ask me for $20, it was just like he was testing me. Like I really believe, and also talking to a friend guy of mine, he also believed that he was trying to, you know, test me and bait me to see if I was going to be his little paymaster. That's what I believe. So he called me and I was like, didn't you block me, whatever? So then I wasn't giving him like the answer that he wanted, so he hung up the phone. Then he texted me and was like, let's start over. Let me get my phone. I want to make sure I tell y'all. What he said. It's 4:41. He texted me. He said, maybe we need to start over. You said the money thing threw you off. I apologize for even coming at you like that. And so while I was reading the text message, he called me. And he was like, I text you, read the text messages and respond back. And I said, no, we could talk about it over the phone. What's up? So he was just like, I just think we should start over. I said, no, I don't want to start over. He was like, why? I said, why would we? You should have thought about that before you, no, because he was like, oh, you know, we had really great conversation. We had great chemistry. I enjoyed talking to it. I said, sir, you should have thought about that before you blocked me. Now, mind you, when he asked me for the $20, all I said was that, I can't even look at it because I don't have it, but all I said was, what did I say? I said, that's weird. Did I say that's weird? I was like, that's weird, or that makes, what did I say? Oh, I said it took me off guard. I was like, oh, that took me off guard a little bit. I wasn't going to give it to him, but I wasn't not going to talk to him. I was just going to try to like figure out why did he feel comfortable asking me for $20? Like, does he not have anybody in his life? And mind you, y'all, we had just started talking. And like I said, the day before, in that conversation, when he was just like, oh, you're always going to make more money than me. If that is the case, I don't know. I just feel like just certain things don't need to be said. That's just like my personal opinion. Certain things don't need to be said. And on top of that, everything happened for a reason anyways, because I don't play that, like I said, I don't play that 50-50 thing. So if he is coming out the mouth and saying like I'm gonna always make more than him, and to think that would be our dynamic, and he also has a child, and to think that that would be our dynamic, we wouldn't work anyways, because like I said, I'm not doing that. But I wasn't going to end the conversation of us, you know, communicating. But he, like, after I said that, he blocked me. And so I was like, oh, okay, and went by my day. So when he said that, like, we had great conversation, you know, I'm feeling you, da-da-da-da. So I said, oh, you should have thought about that before you blocked me. You're bad. And no, like, I'm okay. So he didn't like that child, and y'all, he hung up in my face. Ooh. That man hung up in my face. He said, I don't like what you saying. It is not what I wanted. So click. And so that's what happened. And y'all, this all happened in a week span. Yeah, in a week span. I just be minding my business, and people just like to bother me. So that's it with that. So what else? With the update on the job, I'm still waiting to do. They already started doing like my background check, like calling around and references and check and doing all of that. But I need to do a drug test, and I also need to do a drug test and a physical test. I'm actually kind of happy that they're dragging their feet with the physical test, because I don't know what that looks like. And I still haven't went to my 2-week appointment to know what I can do physically and like what's my time period. Y'all, when I tell y'all I'm so ready to get back in the gym, and I'm so ready to start working out, I'm ready to start back dancing. It's been such a long time, y'all, since I've ran, since I've danced, since I've worked out. I stopped working out first, and then I was doing home workout, and then my doctor was like, no more home workout, you have to stop that. And so I was just running. And y'all, we did all of this together if y'all check the vlogs. Then I kept running. No, I was still dancing. And I was still running. And then my doctor was like, all right, you know, no more dancing, no more running. He stopped that at the same time. He was like, no more dancing, and no more running. Because I was still complaining about pains in my stomach. And y'all, not gonna lie, the moment I stopped doing all activity, I stopped getting those. Because do y'all remember when I was getting those, like it would get enlarged, my stomach would be, you know, absolutely huge. It was because I was working those muscles. Like, I had to stop picking up things that were heavy. I had to stop doing a lot of stuff. So yeah, but I have to go to my 2 weeks, so I know like what my time limit is, so I can get back into working out and going to the gym and dancing. I miss it so much. It's so many line dances that have came out. I was doing line dance, and I was also doing ballet and jazz. So, and it's so crazy because I still pay for a class. I wonder if I reach out to her when it's time for me to go back, she'll let me get that class, because I still have a class that I paid for. But and I want to start doing Pilates. So I know I'm not going to be able to do everything that I want to do when it comes to workout, because my schedule is changing now that I'm going to be traveling with my job. I'm only going to be home for 2 days. That's another thing, you guys. I have to figure out what we're going to do with my apartment. I'm only going to be home 2 days out of the week, and that's not always definite. Some days I'll be traveling up to 8 days and may have to start back, you know, working after that, and I won't have a break depending on what it looks like. And also, you know, it depends. There's so many things that will determine what that looks like. So I think I'm gonna let go of my apartment. My lease is coming up. We're about to in my lease, it's coming up very soon, actually. So I'm gonna let it go, and I'm just gonna put my stuff in storage, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So you guys are gonna see that probably within the next couple of vlogs, next month or so, of me like packing up my stuff, because I don't like to pack when it's time for me to leave, because it won't get done. And I'm a procrastinator, oh my god. So I'm gonna start slowly packing things up, getting rid of things, and figuring out exactly what I'm gonna do with everything. I also have to go to Houston. My goal was to eventually move back to Houston, and then from Houston move to New York. That was something that I was working on. I didn't talk to you guys about it because I was like, you know, sometimes you don't want to talk about things, you just want to do it. So my stuff is still in Houston. For those that don't know, I used to live in Houston. I moved back down here a year ago. So I'm going up to Houston in March to bring all of my stuff back down here, and then just add that to the storage. But I literally have 2 houses that I have to, well, one is a studio apartment. The other one was a 1-bedroom apartment, but I also had a office space. So I have to storage all of that up. I don't think I'm going to get rid of my couch, because it's still in good condition. I have these chairs, the rugs, the pictures, and yeah, this stuff is still good. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of months. So you guys are gonna see me go to Houston to bring all my stuff down. Y'all gonna see me start packing up my shoes and all of that. And where I'm going, I don't know. My mama house, my auntie house, somebody's house, and I'll be just there when I'm off for 2 days, and then I'll be back at work. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be traveling for work. I'm excited about it. But yeah, I've been rambling. It's time to clean up. Should I do a montage of me cleaning up the living room? I think that's what I'm gonna do, but I need to put on some bottoms, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, she's naked. Yeah.